guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. I just wanted to make this video to show you guys how I achieve my beautiful box braids. Be sure to check out myluxuryhairstore.com to get your braiding hair. It comes in a bunch of different colors, and this was the one I chose. I love this baby pink. So let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. So basically, to get started with the box braids, you want to decide how thick you want the braids to be from the beginning. That's basically your first decision. How big are you going to do them? Do you want jumbo box braids? Do you want small ones? Do you want ones like mine? Mine, I consider them like medium small because they're not tiny and they're not too big still. So you can see how I made the line going across my head, across in like literally from one side to the next, and then I just made parts going 2 finger widths apart from each other, and that's how thick I did mine. So you decide how thick you want them. And I braided all my hair basically going down, so I just went across about 2 finger widths width, and then each braid is 2 finger widths wide. So I just went in and literally braided each one going down. And I want to show you my braiding pattern and my technique so you guys can do your own box braids just like me, or even better if you're able to get the technique down. So I'm pretty proud of how these turned out, and you can see it's about 1.5 to 2 finger widths apart. And then when I got to the very top of my head right there, as I'm showing, you can see that I pulled that I basically braided the hair going back. So instead of all going straight down, I braided them, literally held my hands going back so that when I want to pull my hair up into a ponytail or a bun, it all sits nice and flat on my forehead, and then the ones on the side go nice and flat down to the side. So very top of the forehead, like the last 4 going sideways, and then the 4 back, you want to braid all those ones going straight to the back of your head, so that when you pull it up, you get a nice flat bun or ponytail. So basically you can see where I just parted my hair 1 to 2 finger widths apart. And then this is basically the last one. So I want to show you guys how I get the braid to look so perfect. So I basically select my braiding hair, and I take my braiding hair, it's about 4 widths thick. I did them pretty thick, so 4 finger widths thick. And then I divide them. I just literally pull that into 2 pieces. And then with that, instead of dividing it in half, you want to make one bundle a little thicker than the other bundle in your hand. So you'll see how I do it, and I have 2 pieces, and then I basically loop them over each other. I just flip them on top of each other, and then I make a loop. And then so the one in one hand will be a little bit thinner than the other one in the other hand. It's going to be a little thicker. So I hope that explains it for you. So then once you make your loop, you're going to pull the hair over, and then you have the smaller ends together, and that'll create 1 strand, and then the 2 thicker ones will create the other 2 strands. So you have 3 strands of hair. Just as you're going to braid, you would need 3 strands of hair. So you're going to put that together, and then you want to basically feather the ends, where you basically just pull the ends of the hair out so that it's not so blunt and sharp at the end. You basically just pull, and you get a bit of a feather end. Now you're going to put the hair up to your scalp and grab 3 pieces of hair from your own hair and place them up to the braiding hair, and you basically grab it nice and tight, and you just keep flipping it under and over as you would a normal braid if you're just braiding your hair. So just go under and over, and you're holding it nice and tight, and then you want to braid your hair all the way down. So just keep doing this all the way down until you get the hair finished. But as you're going, you're going to notice that the hair will tangle a bit, and you're going to have to untangle it as you're going, as you see me doing here, because it does tangle while you're braiding, because as you're braiding it, it's kind of like doing the opposite on the end, so it's kind of braiding on the end as well. So you have to just keep pushing your fingers through so that it detangles and keeps everything nice and smooth, and then you just keep braiding. So I'm just going to keep braiding this one all the way down until it's completely finished. And then once I have it completely finished, you'll see how it all looks together. So you can see how I went in with all of the ones, and I literally just went in and did the exact same thing. Doing these, you'll notice it's just repeating like over and over the exact same steps, a lot of repetition. And you're just detangling and then braiding and then detangling and then braiding. And once you select basically how big you want your braids to be, it's pretty easy to just part them out with the comb. Just literally part them out exactly the size you want. And what you want to do first, like I said, is just make the lines going across your head from one side to one side, and then that way you can just part down however thick you want the pieces to be. And then you just put your braiding hair up to that hair and you just braid it all together. And I just feather the end. Like I said before, I just pull on the very ends of the hair. I just pull so that some of them are a little bit longer than the rest, so that it's not so blunt. So when you finish braiding it, it has a nice feather tip, like it goes from being thick to very thin and nice, and it flows very nicely. So just keep braiding, and if you do get any bumps or anything like that, just unravel it and then re-braid it so that everything looks smooth. And that's how I kept everything like going nice and smooth, and pretty much that's it. So just continue all the way until you get to your forehead, and then the ones on the top of your forehead, braid those ones, like I said, going back to the back of your head. That's the only trick I had basically. And then I finish it all off, and once I'm all done, it basically looks just something like this. And this took me about 6 hours to complete. I did about 3 hours one day and 3 hours the next day, and then I just boiled a pot of hot water, and then I just put my hair in a ponytail, and then I dunked the very end of the pony into my hot water. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and be sure to check out myluxuryhairstore.com to get your braiding hair. It's 100% Connect Lawn hair, and it's really good quality. It's so super soft. I love this hair. I did box braids before, and they were bigger, but they weren't done with this braiding hair. But now that I got this hair in stock, it's so awesome. I'm gonna keep doing this one because it's literally the best. I love it. It turned out so beautiful. I get so many compliments on this hair. People love it, and so do I. So I hope you guys check out the link to get your hair, and please subscribe to my channel because I'll be uploading a lot more tutorials and beauty and lifestyle videos. Please subscribe. Check out my website, myluxuryhairstore.com, to get your braiding hair. Thanks so much for watching. Peace and love.